Hello all my dear students, how have you been? Welcome my all dear second standard girls and boys once again in the grammar class. Students, I hope that you are attending all the classes. I hope that you are even aware of the rules and the regulations I have made for my grammar and English class, online class, live lecture as well as the video recorded lectures. I hope that whichever rules I have given you in the first lecture, you will follow it. In fact, I hope that you are following it. And if you are aware of the rule, you also might be knowing that in this grammar class, you have to sit with your book, your pencil ready. And students, those who are regularly watching the classes, they might be knowing that we were solving the assignment given to you. I don't have to brief out again and again for the same thing because since previous two lectures we have been solving it. I will try my level best to bring the solution of all the questions in this lecture. Yes, according to the time, it happens that we are able to solve 2 or 3 questions at a time. I'm talking about the main questions. Why am I going in this speed? If I will be much speedy or if I will go very fast, you will not be able to understand the concept, nor will you be able to write the answer or check your answer. So that's the reason why am I preparing the lecture in the way that you will be able to write the answer if you have not written, correct the answer if your answer is incorrect, or check your answer if you think your answer is correct. So all these things I have kept in the mind. Accordingly, I am setting the time in between the questions. I am giving you the time to write the question so that you will have the habit of writing, you will be able to practice writing and improve the handwriting. So these all things matters a lot in English and grammar. Sometimes you forget to put full stop, you forget to put comma, capitalization. So punctuation practice should also happen along with the lecture. So let's get started. We will continue solving the assignment we were doing, that is the bridge course assignment. I hope you are ready with your book and a pencil. If not, please be ready with the rough book and a pencil. I will give students, those who are new or those who did not watch my previous lecture, I will give them the couple of seconds so that they will be ready with the books and the pencil. Do make sure, students, whenever asked to write the question, you have to write the question. Whenever asked to check the answer and write the answer, you will write it down. So I suppose you must have taken out your book by now. Then please give the heading bridge course assignment. Below that, write the subject grammar. And some of the parents and students were questioning. So till then you write the heading. Let me explain it to you. Why English teachers gave you only grammar assignment? Because you think we will speak English very well, we will write it very well. No, without grammar it will not happen. If you follow the grammar, if you follow each and every topic properly, your English automatically will become good. So grammar is the process, English is the consequence. It is a result you get out if you properly follow each and every topic of grammar. Now whether you want to improve your speaking, your writing, your reading, listening, in everything, grammar should be perfect. So that's the reason why teachers only gave you grammar assignment, because English chapters, poems vary from standard to standard. Grammar is interlinked. If you have not done it properly in the first standard, you will not be able to do it properly in the second standard, and that's the reason why, to properly maintain your base, this was given. Anyways, now I hope that you are ready. Let me display the assignment on the screen. So here it is, and I hope that question 1, question 2 and question 3, which we just completed in the previous lecture, you even have completed in your books. Many students are not sending their homework. I will request them to complete their homework and send it regularly. In this 30 minutes of lecture, hardly 15 to 20 minutes I ask you to write it with me in the class, and that too, in each question I give you proper enough time for writing the question as well as the answer. So please make sure, do not be lazy. It will be harmful for your growth. If you really want to grow, try to write it in each and every lecture and complete it and send it to your follow-up teachers. So let's move towards the next question. Let's see what's on the next page. Question 4. Now you have to match the pictures with the correct doing words. In this exercise you have to do. So please give the heading. I will wait for you. Now if you were there in the previous 2 lectures, you know what the format is. So please write this question in the first line, question 4. I will wait for the couple of seconds. I hope you are writing it. Okay. Now to make your work easy, I will just number the pictures. I know that you all cannot draw all these pictures, so I will just number the picture. Till then, yes, you can give the heading. I will wait for you. As you can see, I have numbered all the pictures. Picture number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So these are the 6 pictures. What do we have to do? We have to match the pictures with the correct doing words. So you have to watch the picture carefully. You have to see what are they doing. Very simple. What are they doing? And that work will be written in the list. You have to pick out that word from the list. What are they doing? You have to join it with the sentence. You can write below the picture. Now what you have to do in the rough book, you just write number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Just give the numbers on the left hand side of the page where the number column is always given. So please write number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Yes, if you want you can leave the line. If you don't want, don't leave the line, because you just have to write one word. It will not make your work messy. That's fine if you write it in the sequence 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then you have to just write the answer. So just give the numbers 1 to 6 in the sequence. I hope you have given the numbers 1 to 6. Okay then, let's get started. Now let's have a look on the first picture. What is this child doing? Is he drowning inside the water? If it is so, then this smile would not be there on his face. Drowning means if you don't know to swim and you get inside deep and deep into the water, that's called drowning. Then you will not be able to come up in the water on the surface. Fine. So this person, this boy is not drowning. Then his expression would not be smiley. He is enjoying. So what actually is he doing? Is he bathing? No, the word bath is not given here. Oh yes, is he swimming? Then yes, the word swimming is given. Right? The word swimming is given here, if you can see. So this boy is swimming. So this boy is swimming. So swim word is given here. Let's match the word swim with the activity this boy is doing. What is he doing? He is swimming. So this is called doing word. What is he doing? Swimming. So swimming is a doing word. You know what doing word actually is in the grammar? Let me tell you, as now you are in the second standard, you should be aware of it. Doing word means nothing but a verb. Verb means action. Doing word. So swim is a doing word. It is a verb. Very simple. Now what is this person doing in the second picture? What do you think? There is a scissors in the hand. There is a paper. So is he cooking? Oh no. Is he sitting? Not at all. Is he drinking? Is he cutting the paper? Yes, cut is given here. Let us match it with the picture. Okay, let's move towards the third picture. Okay, see, this is the chef. So what is the work of chef? What is his profession? What actually he does? He or she? Chef cuts the vegetable, yes, but cut we already have used, and moreover in this picture nowhere can we see he is cutting. He has just put something on the stove gas. So what is he doing? He is cooking. Right? So cook word fits here. So cook, swim, cut, these all are the doing words. These all are the actions. So they all are the verbs. Let's move towards the next side, number 4. Oh, what is this girl doing? Crying? Not at all. See, no other activity is given. Just we need to see the facial expressions. So what is she doing actually? She is smiling. So smile fits here. The word smile fits here. This is the activity she is doing. This is the verb. Okay. Again, fifth one is going to be very easy. And all my dear genius students already might have solved this. What is she doing? She is just sitting actually. So sit word will be matched here. And the last one, what is this boy doing? Drinking cold coffee, Coca-Cola, whatever your favorite is, you can imagine about it. So this boy is drinking. Okay. So he must be drinking cold coffee, hot coffee. Actually, your Rohan sir's favorite is cold coffee. So I will imagine that this boy is drinking cold coffee. Anyways, drink is the basic word. It is the action. This boy is performing. Was it hard? Not at all. Now I will wait for the couple of seconds so that you can write the answer. You have to write number 1, swim. Number 2, cut. Number 3, cook. See, everything is matched properly. I'll give you a couple of seconds. Even though if you have written all the answers, check your answers. If you have missed out to write any answer, please write it. I hope all the students are following the instructions given in the lecture. Great stuff. Let's move towards the next question. Please give the heading. Question 5. Fill in the blanks using in, on, under, near. Yes, again this is very easy. It is very easy. Just give the heading and then I'll explain it to you. I hope that you have started it with the new page, or at least you left one line and then you have started this question. Make this habit whenever you're starting the new question. Either it should be after 2 or 3 lines, at least 1 or 2 lines, or it should be on the new page. It shows that how clear and how neat your work is. Okay. Now let's get started. I will give you time to write down question 1 and question 2. Yes, you don't have to draw the pictures. Pictures are already there in front of you on the screen. You just have to write the questions. Please write down question 1 and 2 for now. I'll try to give the sufficient enough time for you. You have to try your level best to write it as fast as possible. Number 1, the spoon is dashed the glass. The spoon is dashed the glass. Number 2, the squirrel is dashed the chair. The squirrel is dashed the chair. I hope that you have started writing question 2. Okay, then let's get started. Let us solve this. What do we have to do? We have to fill in the blanks using either of these 4 words. In, on, under, near. We have to use any of these prepositions. Yes, this topic is called preposition. Some pronouns is at. So you need to understand this topic. You have to see in which position the thing is before the blank, whatever is written. This connects 2 nouns in the sentence. The spoon is dashed the glass. Can we use in, on, under, near? What can we use? What can you see in the picture? Where is the spoon? What is the relation between spoon and glass? Can you say the spoon is near the glass? Just think. Or can you say the spoon is under the glass? No, not at all. The spoon is on the glass? Oh, no. The glass is deep. Something can be there inside it. And exactly in the picture you can see that the spoon is in the glass. And I hope that you might have written the same answer when the assignment was given to you. Please check your answer, write the answer properly. The next question, the squirrel is dash the chair. Okay, can you see the squirrel anywhere? Then what is the relation between the chair and the squirrel? Now can you see the squirrel is in the chair? Nobody can be there inside the chair. Come on. Can you say the squirrel is on the chair? Yes, we can say, but in the picture, squirrel is not on the chair. Yes, somebody can be there on the chair, but in the picture, squirrel cannot be seen sitting on the chair. Then can you say the squirrel is under the chair? Yes, the squirrel is under the chair, below the chair, not on the chair. She is hiding under the chair. So under is the correct answer. And I hope that you have written the same answer, isn't it so? Okay, now I'll give you the time to write question 3 and question 4. I will read the question, don't worry, but please start writing it. Question 3, I hope you can see it. I'll give you a couple of seconds. Don't try to draw the pictures, you will not be able to do that. Just write the question. I hope students you are writing the question. Let me read the question so that it will become easier for you to write. Please make sure that you should write with good handwriting. Number 3 question is, the cat is dashed the box. The cat is dashed the box. Number 4 question, listen to me very carefully, those who have not written. The chick is dashed the table. The chick, C-H-I-C-K, the chick is dashed the table. You even should have the habit of writing the question without looking in the screen or in the book. So the chick is dashed the table. This is the question 4. Now I hope that you must be writing question 4. The chick is dashed the table. I'll wait for a couple of seconds so that you will be able to think about the answer if you have not written. If you have written, just wait for me to solve it. Fine. So the cat is dashed the box. What do you think? The cat is on the box? No. The box is open, if you can see the picture. If it would be closed, then the cat could have sat on the box. The box is open. Again, like a glass, it is a kind of container. Something can be there inside it. Correct? You cannot even say the cat is near the box. Obviously, she is near, but she is actually inside the box. So what can be the answer? Very easy. The cat is in the box because it is inside. Yes, generally you use it for the animals. It's not eat, it, it. Correct? So it is in the box. Okay. The chick is dashed the table. Now when something is on the surface of something, what do you say? The chick is dashed the table. Chick is not under the table, not near the table, not in the table. What is the remaining option? On the table, right? The chick is on the table. So easy. See students, these all the topics which we were revising, right? We revised what is noun, what is adjective, what is article, what is preposition, what is the verb. These all things you are learning from your first standard, but you were not knowing what is verb, what is adjective, what is noun, or the concept might not be so much clear in your mind, and that's the reason why this bridge course was given. Now before I end the lecture, I want to give you certain instructions which you need to follow in all the online live classes as well. Students joining the online live classes is very important, especially when you are not able to come to school. Teachers are trying their level best to attend each and every student in the online classes. Secondly, as you know that in the online live classes, unlike the physical classes, you are connected with the mobile phones. So you all cannot speak together. So this instruction I wanted to give you in this lecture so that I can circulate this message to all the students and all the parents. So it is my humble request in all the subject lectures, whenever child has any doubt, it is his and her responsibility as well as authority. They can ask, certainly they can ask the question to the teacher, but it should be in the proper manner. You can raise your hand, the facility is there in the Google Meet. You can type the message if you have the doubt in the Google Meet. Instead of shouting sir, ma'am again and again, this is the best possible way you can get your answer. So when you are speaking, just imagine if 3 other students are speaking, you will not be able to listen to anyone. That's the problem teachers are facing if all the students start speaking together. So like you are watching this lecture, you are listening to me, I want you to participate actively in the online lectures and speak whenever your name is called out by so and so teacher. Thank you for watching this lecture, solving it with me, and lastly thank you for listening to me about the instruction. Have a nice day, stay safe, take care.